is an all-out info war, and I think people are beginning to understand. The crew's completely freaked out because I walked in here the day before Sandy Hook, and I said something bad's about to happen. And I only do this, and today I said I'm physically sick. They're getting ready to. I said on air they're getting ready to blow stuff up, and I said they're going to do their own shot heard around the world to blame it on us. So like Lexington and Concord, and this is the day it happened at that place. Yeah. I mean, my God. I mean, because listen, I said Bin Laden, they'll say Bin Laden blew up the World Trade Center, and they're going to blame it on him, and he'll take the blame. And I said that July 25th. I don't know how I know this stuff. It's like, you know, I need my own 1-800 number, start reading horoscopes or something. No, I mean, it's not that, folks. I get their script. And they may blame it on Muslims anyways. I don't know what they're going to do. But right now, it's Patriots Day. Yeah. It's April 19th. Now, if you don't pay your money to the Federal Reserve, you're a terrorist. And Rob Dew talks about his brother-in-law constantly, who he has arguments with, who works for, what is it, the Defense Intelligence Agency?
He's in the Army.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. People are going to get mad you're talking about this. The point is, I'm just going to hold Richard Belzer over a little bit, too, because I want to have a final comment. But I want to break this now. Rob Dew, news director, your wife's brother, your wife's brother. Tell people what happened to him today. He was in command.
Well, I would not get to say.
Well, no, you told me. Well, he was in command of the military there because I saw a troop. Tell me what you told me out there.
I'll tell you what. He was running the race today.
Yeah, running the race. Yeah. Okay.
Running it.
Oh, like running it. I misunderstood because I saw Army there.
No.
He was running in the race.
Running in the race.
Okay, got it.
And they had Army there. He went with Army in a bus, and they were running. Well, yeah, I guess I could see how you misconstrued.
Well, I mean, you just told me this when we were during the break. You're like, because I knew he ran stuff. I knew he was in intelligence domestically, so that I just got it wrong. Go ahead.
So he was running the race, and at some point they pulled him from the race and said, "You're dehydrated. You need to go to the hospital." And so they sent him to the hospital. And what my wife told me,
wasn't that nice of them?
She was getting
just like Mayor Willie Brown got the call not to fly. Oh my God!
And his wife told my wife that he's in the hospital now, but he would have been crossing.
Just center that camera.
That those that the bombs did go off.
Start over, because see, I misread what you said, and then we're going to get Belzer's take. We're going to go to break, go commercial free, and go back to Belzer. Start over because I was interrupting. Because right before you went live, and I drug you in here, you go, "Oh my gosh, I just got off the phone. You know, my wife, her brother." He was running the race. You know, he's in domestic military operations. He's the guy that I argue with all the time. And he was going to be right there, and they made him go to the hospital. I said, what, they drug him? Like, oh, yeah. He's in command. Now I get it. They're like, you need to go.
Right.
That's like Mayor Willie Brown told not to fly on 9/11 the day before.
Yeah, it's very now that's
Stay there. Richard Belzer, what's your take on that?
Well, I'm rarely speechless, but the fact that they pulled him out means now we know it is a domestic operation.
Oh, my God. If he wasn't really sick, did he say he was sick?
That's what I don't know.
They're going to tell him to shut up. Call him right now.
That's what I don't know.
Call him right now.
Right.
Call him right now. Rob Dew is out there calling his brother-in-law, who I always get to hear about the arguments they have, about, the New World Order and stuff. And he was running the marathon, I guess, as part of the Army team.
He's a runner. He's a cross-country runner.
And he was brought in on Army, and they pulled him out. Listen, you got to get a hold of him now when he doesn't understand. This could be his moment.
Yeah.
Or they could also go after him. But the point is, were you dehydrated? Why did they make him go to the hospital? I mean,
that's the key.
And this is what my wife got from his wife, that he was running the race. They pulled him out and said, "You're dehydrated," and they sent him to the hospital. And that
just out of the blue. How would they know that?
Exactly. I mean, I see people run races all the time. There's, they're peeing themselves because their bodies are breaking down because they're doing this run, and they let people continue. So I don't know why. He's in great physical shape. So he knows his body. I've seen the guy run, 20 miles, no problem, come back and eat breakfast, so it's very odd. And I'm
your wife's brother.
Yeah.
That I always hear you arguing with.
Yeah.
Well, you guys even text message back and forth.
Yeah. I mean, it's not every day.
Call him. All
right.
Did he answer?
No, the first time he didn't answer. So
I shouldn't have talked about it early, but you know what? I'm not perfect because I get excited. I'm
Alex?
Yeah, Richard, I want you to have closing comments. What do you think of this happening right here?
I think that this gentleman you're talking about, this could be an epiphany moment for him, now understanding what you've been arguing about. If he was pulled out for no other reason, then he'll put it together that they were protecting him from the event, and then that may be his moment. You know what I mean? To wake up and say, oh, whoa, I hope he's okay, and I hope they're not using him, and I hope that he stays safe.
Well, let me pull up the San Francisco Chronicle here for people. Willie Brown got low-key warning about air travel. They actually changed that headline. That's September 12th. He was told not to fly and called by Condoleezza Rice. That later came out. Don't fly to New York. The Defense Department had a bunch of generals going to New York on September 11th. They canceled it September 10th. This just keeps happening because I guess they warn their buddies. And, of course, they'll spin it and say, well, we had intel. He's not answering now?
No.
Well, for his safety.
I don't even know if he has his phone. Honestly,
yeah, because your wife called you and told you the story,
right? Well, and he got it from his wife, and apparently all of his belongings were on the bus, and that's what they're trying to get that wherever that is, because he's at the hospital right now. Now, obviously all pandemonium is breaking loose over there with.
Look at the Mayor Willie Brown article. Let's put that on screen, guys.
When was that published, Alex?
That was September 12th, 2001.
Where he had a vague warning.
Well, they changed the headline later. It was Willie Brown told not to fly on evening of September 10th, I think was the original. We did a whole report showing the Wayback Machine, and then later they changed this. But no, he was, and then later it came out, Condoleezza Rice told him don't fly. Yeah,
in fact, at the time, he didn't pay much mind to it. And, and then I got a call.
Well, if I was going somewhere and I'd say, well, you're not paying much mind, then why didn't you fly to New York, buddy?
Yeah.